Hey guys, it's Miguel with In Plain Sight Security and Readiness. I'd like to make a video about a conversation I had with some folks today. It was about the news. And, everybody likes to watch the news and get all this information from the news. A lot of them were shocked because I told them I don't watch the news. I really don't. I know when I first got into, I guess you could say, survivalism and stuff like that, prepping, I did, but around that time, we had the whole economic collapse thing going and, going into depression. So there were certain things I did and learned, and, things are a little bit different now. But, I stopped watching the news a while ago. And the reason I'm making this video is just to tell you to stop. If you got some of these apps that are constantly giving you updates about the news, just stop. There's not going to be any good from it. If anything, the news is just going to make you paranoid. It will. It will. I mean, you hear all this about, North Korea launching missiles. You hear everything about, the whole conflict with Russia and, our government or Trump, saying things to, Syria and Iran and all these other countries. So everyone thinks we're going to go to war and all this other stuff. And, when you're constantly reading about this stuff, it will make you paranoid. It will make you fear. And, fear is good to a certain degree. But you never want to get so paranoid that you stop living life. You stop doing the things you enjoy. Prepping shouldn't be necessarily about fear. It shouldn't consume your life to the point where, you fear so much you're in a race to get prepared and stuff like that. When the truth is, you can never actually be prepared for anything. It doesn't matter how much skill you have, how much food you have, how much ammunition or guns you have. You will never be truly ready for any catastrophic or anything you're preparing for. You will never be truly ready. Because one, unless you've been through it several times, you can't really truly prepare for it. You can get yourself in the best shape, have the best gear, have everything like that. But you can never truly be 100% prepared. And there's always stuff unknowns that you don't know about. But off that subject, back to really my new subject is stop watching the news. The news will not help you prepare for anything. All it will do is get you paranoid and mess up your thinking. One thing, the news is so polluted and it's so fabricated that for me, it's not even worth watching. You don't even know what the real news is. I mean, you hear all this about, victims saying they're victims of active shooter, but then as you know, they're someone who was hired to do this stuff. The news got us into the whole Iraqi war. I can't say Iraqi war, but Operation and Enduring Freedom, when we went to Iraq because they had weapons of mass destruction. And they did it. And we knew they did it. But we went over it anyway. The media, the government, they're like, oh, no, those weapons of mass destruction. They kept drilling us. We all thought it. And we went for no reason. We got into this war for no reason. And a lot of that's through the media. It's not good. It doesn't help any. And like I said, it's not going to help you predict anything. It's not going to get you prepared for anything. A lot of us were preparing for, an economic collapse. I'm going to tell you right now, the news isn't going to help you with that. It's not. If anything, it's going to make you more paranoid. You will see it and understand it happening quicker than you will by watching the news. You'll notice that everyone's starting to get laid off. There's going to be budget cuts. People are going to start losing their homes. You know, certain things are going to rise. You know, prices of gas are going to rise, and it gets to a point where people aren't even going to drive anymore. People are going to start losing cars. You know, stock market, you're going to see the changes in the stock market. So, it's stuff like that is how you're going to be able to prepare, you know, for an economic collapse. And also, it's going to take a while. So, also, you know, the news isn't going to help you see a nuclear strike. A nuclear strike's going to happen. It's going to happen without us knowing. The military is going to shoot some kind of bulletin out saying that, you know, they're not, you know. And also, don't believe a lot of this crap you see on these TV shows and the movies. None of it's true. None of it. So, like I said, my whole thing is, you know, don't bother watching the news because, like I said, it's only going to make you paranoid. It's very misleading information, and you don't need it. If you've been watching any of my videos, or, you know, getting onto or understanding what I'm saying, I'm all about the radius now. For me, the threat is here right now, every day in front of you. That's what you need to be ready for. You know, you need to be ready for being attacked from someone. Home invasions, you know, carjackings, you know, also natural disasters. It happens all the time. You know, depending on where you live at, you know, you have, if you're living in the northern regions, oh my God, some of these snowstorms, and they're so unpredictable. I mean, they're going even into like April and May. You know, you got to prepare for that. You know, if you live in the south, depending where you live in the south, there's tornadoes come out of nowhere. You know, so you got to be able to react to that. You know, in Florida or the southern regions, even out along the coastlines, you know, you have hurricanes. You got to be ready for that. California, you got, you know, you had mudslides and you had the fires. You know, so it's like there's so much that you need to be prepared for right now. You shouldn't be focusing on the news. There's so much that's happening in front of you right now that you need to be ready for right now, that forget about the other stuff. I mean, for most of the other things that will occur, you're not going to see it coming. And if you do, you're going to, you know, some of the stuff you're going to pick up on. It's, you know, like I said, economic collapse, terrorist attack, that's going to be really hard to pick up on. You know, that could happen anymore, active shooter and stuff like that. But like I said, if you get your mind prepared for this stuff, then you're going to be okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, the news isn't going to help you one single bit. Okay? So, like I said, stop watching the news. It's not going to help you whatsoever. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. If you like what I'm saying, you like what I'm posting out there, please subscribe to my channel. If you know, go ahead and share it. Let me know how you feel about it. I always like feedback, whether it's positive or negative. And also, you can follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of good information, a lot of daily stuff on Instagram, so go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'll have it in my in the description here in the video. And like always, I'm going to tell you right now, I'll say this 100 million times. Be humble, stay alert, and always be ready. Till next time, guys.